Welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Generation Wolf. So basically, this kid decides to start to grow marijuana operation in his family barn to try and save his father's house. So it seems like his house is going to be repossessed, so he starts growing weed and selling it. And of course, that gets involved in a lot of crime and stuff like that. This movie's from 2016, before everything was legalized. I don't know how I missed it. Maybe because I don't know anybody in it except for Michael D. Cohen. And if you know who Michael D. Cohen is, you probably have kids, because he is from Henry Danger. He is Schwaz on Henry Danger. He's the only one I recognize from this. But 7.2 on IMDb, right? That sounds pretty promising. And then you look and only 38 people have viewed it. So I wonder how many actors are in this or how many people are involved in the film, but 38 out of 7.2. So I'll get into it a little bit, find out what it's really about, and be the 39th person to give it a rating. And you could stick around and find out if it's really a 7.2 or not. So hopefully it's good. I'm interested to see, especially now with, legalized pot everywhere. But let me get into it, find out what it's about, and then check in from you from time to time. So stick around. I'll be back. Oh, and it's free on Prime. Hey everybody, want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Generation Wolf. We're at the 46-minute, 31-second mark. About 2 minutes away from the halfway point, so we're not halfway through it yet. But essentially our main character, he actually restores old cars and then turns them into electric cars, which is kind of cool. So he's got this whole business going. Then come to find out, he evidently cut some corners that he shouldn't have been, and his cars are illegal, so they all got impounded. And he's supposed to be selling them, so he needs to get money in order to get different engines in the car so that he could sell them to the people who really wanted them. And he's broke. He doesn't have any money. And I assume he put his father's house as collateral on something like that, so his father's house is in danger. So he comes back to Detroit. He's trying to get a loan. He can't get one. He goes to an ex-girlfriend, which seems like she does either loans or something to do with it. Not 100% clear, but she kind of loans him the money or the engines to do it, and then he just needs to pay the bill within 5 weeks. I think that's what it is. I think she gave him the parts, that's what it was, and then he has to pay her back within 5 weeks, or her boss is going to find out and everybody will be in trouble. Okay? And so then back home, he bumps into an old high school friend who's growing weed on the side and making a lot of money. And so he comes up with the idea of growing it himself. Evidently this plant will be done in 39 weeks and he can sell. So he takes his whole barn and he puts all this weed in it, and he can sell it all for, I think, $130,000. The two of them are going to split it. He's going to have enough money to pay her off. That's what it's about. So that's his brilliant idea. They're starting down that path. And, once you, like they say, marijuana is a gateway drug. So I'm assuming growing marijuana is like a gateway crime, because as he progresses, things happen. Different things. And I'll give you an example. So in order to get power to the barn that he's doing it, they have to steal the power. So a little bit of crime there. And things like that. So you can see it's going down that kind of path. And of course, his buddy, who is partners with him, is kind of a loose cannon. And he's worried about that, whereas he's straight now. He's just there to do the business, get the thing done, and then he's done. He can get out of there and get back to his real business. So that's where we are. Pretty interesting. I think it's an interesting. I didn't realize the guy, our main character, was going to be. He has a big business of restoring cars, and it seems pretty lucrative, and seems like he was doing really well, but it falls out on him. So I didn't realize that was part of the plot. And now you do. I just thought he was just the guy, maybe they couldn't make it a mortgage, and so they start selling pot. So it's a little different. None of the actors I recognize. I mentioned Michael D. Cohen was in the beginning of it for like a second. He hasn't been in it since. So, but it's like a B-rated film. You know what I mean? The way it's filmed, the way it's acted, and things like that. But it's an interesting concept. I'll see where it goes. What I'm thinking is going to happen from here, a little prediction, I don't know, is that I think things are going to get worse for him. And he's going to get himself in some trouble. We'll have to see if he can get out of it. I don't know. But interesting enough. That's all I got. It's interesting enough for me to continue. How about that? All right, I'm going to get back to it here. If anything interesting happens, I'll check back in. If not, I'll see you at the credits and be the 39th person to review this movie. Interesting. The weed takes 39 weeks to grow. We're going to be the 39th person to review this movie. Coincidence? I don't know.
I'm great. How are you? What's going on with you?
Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Generation Wolf, and I kind of see why only 38 people have reviewed this film, and it's a 7.2. There's only 5 real reviews on IMDb that was written about, and it was like 10, 10, 10, 9, 1. You know what I mean? To get you to your 7.2. Definitely not a 7.2 for me. I'll quick go back to the plot. As I had mentioned, what I thought was going to happen, he was going to start going, in a downward spiral as he gets closer to this, this drug business, and that's exactly what happens. And oddly enough, what they do, they take it down an odd path. So they try and make it a real gritty movie, and it's not. The whole first hour was not gritty in any way. It's more of a kid returns home to save his family's house, and there's a love interest, and he goes down the wrong path. It just happens to involve marijuana. But then they made it like Breaking Bad in a sense, but not portrayed that well. It was even like as these critical moments and things are happening, I actually was on my phone and missed some of the things, but I knew what happened. I didn't have to rewind any of it, so if that gives you an idea. Now, on the positive side, there's Christian de la Cortina. I think he wrote it. He definitely directed it. He started it. And so props to him. I mean, I can't do any of that stuff. I think I could come up with a good concept. I think I could criticize other people's movies, but I couldn't do what they do. So let's, be honest there. So, I like that, but I don't know. So another piece of it, I always say like a B-rated film, and you can tell by the way it's filmed, by the way the story's told, and by the acting. Our main character, not bad. The girl, which was Hayley Sales, not bad, but the guy, the original drug dealer who teaches him how to grow pot, he was not a great actor. He might have been a friend, I don't know, but and the father was okay, but the father speaks Spanish the whole time. So, and that's all. That's the entire cast there, right there, for the most part. Besides the electrician. Anyway, so the piece about the bad acting wasn't so much them individually, except for the first drug dealer. It's the chemistry. I don't even know if it's chemistry that they don't have. They don't have synergy. Like they didn't interact with each other well when they were going through the scenes. It just felt uncomfortable, so there was no. I don't think it's chemistry. Maybe it is, but it's like there's no. I like synergy. I like synergy better. That wasn't there. And what else? I think the ending. I mean, like I said, they tried to take a different path with this movie, and I think make it into something it shouldn't have been, or I don't know. That's my opinion. And then they continued on the path in the end. And literally, this is not a spoiler. When it's over, it says end. Not the end. Not credits rolling. Not blank screen. End. So I was just like, okay, that's it. Like really, that's what they're gonna do with this one. So it's not something I predicted. So. Again, kudos to that one. Normally I think I can predict a lot of this for different things, or I like to do that. That's fun for me. And sometimes it's like, oh, I didn't predict that, but I had it as a possibility. Not in this one. I did not. I kept thinking to myself, what are they going to do here? They're just going to end it. So, I don't know. Again, kudos to them, to our Christian de la Cortina. Great job, you got a movie made. It is free on Amazon. For me, I'd probably give it a 4 if I didn't, applaud this guy so much for, doing the 3 different roles in it and, bringing his dream to the screen and allowing us to enjoy it. So I'm going to probably move it up to a 5, I'm sure this guy probably gets picked up and now will do bigger and better things and get signed by better companies and stuff like that. But that's what I got for you, It is free, so if you're not looking to spend any money and you want to watch a movie that I don't know what else there would be, but if you're looking for a movie, yeah. Which I don't know if I said this or if I just thought it, but if you're looking for a movie where, you know, the prodigal son returns home to save his dad's house and gets into, you know, gets back with an old flame, and then everything changes, this is the one for you, a free movie like that with not great acting. So I don't know what else to say. I apologize. If you do check it out, let me know. Love to hear your comments, what you think. And that's it. Alright, that's all I got for you. I can't say any more. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.